Not a good idea. That will come back.
Yeah. Guess what's going to happen?
That will come back to bite me for sure. He's the one holding the puppet strings.
Yeah.
So,
what is Sam?
Sam is.
Is he Sam?
Sam is Sam. I hope this doesn't come back to bite me. But as far as I know, Sam is Sam. Sam is just. Sam is a different type of Sam that we've seen glimpses of, but that his conscience and his sense of guilt or shame or responsibility or his emotional side has sort of prohibited him from being. Sam this season 6 Sam is kind of like season 1 Dean. He's kind of like shoot first, ask questions later. Like sure it sucks that this person who's possessed is the mother of 3, but we have to take care of the possession first. And if she's lost, I'm sorry, but what can you do? I mean, we can't just leave her. Otherwise, she'll kill them too. You know, he's very reasoning and very tactical, and his reasoning makes mathematical sense and tactic sense. But he's not heartless by any means. But he just does what he accepts collateral damage now, whereas Sam of yesteryear was sort of like, let's try and do the right thing where nobody gets hurt, where there is no collateral damage. Now Sam's like, you know what? Can't solve everything. Let's just try and fix the biggest problem and figure out, you know, the repercussions later. So, you know, obviously, I think Sam is in a tough spot because it's not that Sam has bad intentions, but it's that Sam has now learned, both in starting the apocalypse and in being possessed by Lucifer, that, you know, the old adage says the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And Sam's tried this good intentions route for 100-something episodes and been burned and burned and burned and burned. And now he's like, what kind of idiot expects different results from the same actions? Like, that's the definition of insanity. Like, I'm going to start doing something different and maybe, you know, solve the problems that way. Anger management for Sam. You know, and Sam, this is not even it's not even an angry Sam this year. Like, we've seen angry Sam, but at least so far, we're 3 episodes in, but this is kind of like just very reasoning Sam. Not, I'm angry and you're going to die, or I'm angry and you're going to get hurt, but like, you're bad, so you're going to die. Like, I'm sorry, you know. I'm sorry if you leave anybody in the wake. But Sam, it's sort of like, I don't want to say it's a wiser Sam, but it's a different Sam. It's a Sam that's been to hell and now is back. It's a Sam that's been to heaven and is back. It's a Sam that's died and been possessed and seen possessions. And it's a Sam that's finally like, listen, I don't want to talk about it. Like, Dean's like, hey, you know, you probably need some psychotherapy. You've been in hell. You want to talk about it? And Sam's like, why would I want to talk about it? I'm out. I can breathe fresh air. I can be with my brother. I can drive a car and have a beer. Like, why would I want to talk about hell? It's just beyond his reasoning. Like, yeah, sure, let's go revisit that. Sam's like, I'm fine. I'm out. Like, what's there to, like, I'm happy about it. Now I just want to do the right thing. And so it's a weird sort of Zen, because it's not like Buddhist, like, non-violent Zen. It's like, I'm better, so let's go kill bad things. So it's a weird kind of dichotomy and juxtaposition, but it's going to be fun to play. So far?
Yeah.
It's great. This is only we're only filming the 3rd episode right now, but they're obviously the strains because in the premiere episode, we find out, A, that Sam is back, but B, that Sam has been back for a while. And so at first, Dean is sort of doing the chick route, to kind of quote the writers. But Dean's like, why didn't you let me know? It was so hard, you know, for a year I was drinking, I was crying, I was in pain, I was reading every book and looking everywhere I could to try and fix it and find out what happened to you and make things better. And Sam was like, you promised me you wouldn't. Like, you shouldn't have done that. You promised you wouldn't. So I'm sorry you were hurt, but I made you promise and you broke your promise, so I'm sorry. And Dean, I think, is kind of taken aback because he's like, well, Sam's heartless. Like, usually he'd be like, I'm so sorry, Dean. Like, let's talk about it. Let's go for a drive. And now Sam's like, listen, man, I'm sorry it was tough, but you promised me you wouldn't dwell on it. You promised me you'd go live with this woman and this kid and try and live a normal life. And we find out that Sam, once again, Sam has been doing what he thought is for the better of Dean. You know, Sam's been out for a while, but he's like, Dean has a woman that he loves and that loves him back, and a kid that he loves that loves him back. Like, why would I go like, hey, I'm back, like, let's hit the road? Like, Sam just doesn't, to Sam, that's heartless. Not leaving him in the dark. To Sam, letting him know, like, hey, by the way, this life that you're living right now isn't going to last forever. Like, Sam kind of wanted Dean to be able to live in blissful oblivion. So it's a bit of a strain because Dean feels like he's been lied to just by omission. You know, Sam hasn't been lying, but he hasn't been exactly telling the truth. So they have some things to work out.
Can you talk about, everything starting from scratch? Is the formula when you said totally very similar to because now that you're done with it?
Yes, so far. I mean, had you asked me first season, I would have said yes. So, you know, we never know what's going to get into the writers' heads, which is brilliant and amazing. But right now we are very much back to season 1, and that's when I say also, like, season 6 Sam is very much like season 1 Dean, and season 1 Dean, season 1 Sam is very much like season 6 Dean. So this season I'm more like the original Dean, and this season's Dean's more like the original Sam. I'm sorry, it's more coffee. So we do see them going back, and I think. Not that we're just nixing the whole religion idea. Now we know they're angels, and now we know they're archangels and demons. But now religion is almost like a normal person, like a part of our lives, as opposed to like being fundamentalist, like waking up and what's the next religious thing to do. Now it's like, listen, it's there. We can't deny it, and we can use it to our advantage. And like, how can we make everything work for each other? So we're back, but now this year we're fighting the big baddies, whereas season 1 we were like fighting a shapeshifter. Now we're finding out where shapeshifters came from, and the the alpha shapeshifter, or the alpha genie, or the alpha werewolf. And so that's really exciting because we can't obviously just go back and retell the same stories, but we can retell new stories and get back to sort of the show that I signed on to and that Jensen signed on to and that we're really excited to play. And not like we're going to forget everything that's happened in the last 5.5 years or whatever, but that'll be now a part of the story as opposed to the whole story. And honestly, where can you go after Lucifer jumps into a cage in hell?
All right, guys, all the time we have. I'm sorry.
We have to take it. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. Well, sorry.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks.